I'm Johnny Scoville, and most assuredly, this is Chase the Heat. So I got 3 peppers that I'd never eaten before. It's always a good thing. These are Deathridge peppers, and that's also a good thing. You know, I'm a pepper nerd, and anytime I can eat peppers I haven't before, that's a good day. Now, before I get into the peppers, I rarely ask you guys for anything, so I have a homework assignment for everybody today. I want you guys to do this for me, please. And I'll know if you did. It's that simple. I've got a friend, Conjured Vapors, my friend Dean. He's a great guy. He makes great content. He has a tolerance that is terrifying. I watched him win a belt in Erie, and then, like, true story, I'm on stage, you know, throwing peppers to people, and I can't remember what the pepper, oh, you know what it was? It was the Caramel Beast, Dogla Caramel Beast, the same pepper I might have hurt Tad with. Anyway, I was on stage, and I wasn't looking to get Dean, you know. He had just done it, I think he had already won the belt. He did. He already won the belt. He had recovered. And he was getting, in like a couple hours, he was doing the putt, which was a ridiculous. What Harvest 912 did was just mean. Anyway, so I said, I got one, but you got to eat it. So his hand went up, and I threw it to him. And then after I threw it to him, Tad says to me, dude, he's in the golf, you know. And I went, he was in the golf. Listen, that golf tournament, it was so hard. Listen, it was just a really, really rough. It was just rough. I mean, it was the only you know what made it great? If you get sick and you throw up, they give you a couple minutes. If you say, I know that was bad, but I'm going to keep going, they let you. Oh, you got to be kidding me. So we saw some performances that were unbelievable. But Dean is just a great guy, and he makes great content. He set a world record for the pineapple. I can't remember the name of the pineapple. It's a Mad Cow product. He set a world record, 825. I mean, he's just a wonderful guy. He's my friend. And here's the homework. There's going to be a link in the description box for his channel. I want everybody. Listen, he's criminally under-subbed. He's criminally underwatched. He's just when you watch him, he's just a very calm, intelligent, very smart guy. But his tolerance is absurd. If you watch him, you'll want to keep watching him. He has like 60 or 70 followers. So we need to get him way over 100. I want everybody that sees this to go over. You'll see in the link, the description box, a link for Dean. So I'd like everybody to go, please subscribe to his channel. All right? If you do that, you'll make me a very happy person, because I like him a lot. All right, I appreciate you doing that. So I cut these pods open already, and boy, oh boy, the chocolate one is chocolate Deathridge Death, which is just, you know, I love it. That's a great name. Now this little green pod that I'm eating, it's an Ahi Lightning. And in keeping with my amazing knife cutting skills, listen, I don't brag a lot, but I am wicked good with a knife. A knife and a pepper, I'm going to do special things with it. All right, so these are 3 new peppers. The ahi smells so fruity and yummy. All right, so let's go to the ahi first, the Ahi Lightning. You know, it's an interesting pod. It's called Lightning because it's jagged and twisted. It looks like lightning. But here it is. Here's the interior of it. There isn't a lot to see because the interior is almost the same color as the pod, so it's kind of difficult to really see what's going on here. If I put my hand like that, you'll get a bit of an idea. All right? Now, ahi, I think if I had to choose one thing, like if it were going to an island, I don't know, I might pick ahis. Every one of them are delicious. They're tasty. Most of my favorite tasting, like other than Super Hots, are all ahis. So Ahi Lightning. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the. Oh, you know what? That pepper has more bite than a lot of ahis I've had. So it's nice. It almost has a melon, like a honeydew melon. Honeydew or cantaloupe? Honeydew. That kind of honeydew melon flavor. I get that sometimes on green pods. It's always beautiful. Now this is a pod that I've never had. I've had plenty of Douglas. Red Douglah, chocolate Douglah. This is an orange Douglah. So that is thrilling to me. Look at the inside of this. When you look at that, isn't that something? How much of a nerd am I? Is it bad? I don't know. Like they can make prints for walls, just interior peppers. I'm telling you, people would buy them. I'm talking about making one of those for a while. All right, the orange Douglah. Here we go. That pepper was fruity. Really no bitterness, but it was floral, but only at the end. So it was fruity up front, and that was fruity most of the way while you're kind of chewing the pod up. And now the tail end while you're chewing it, it kind of went floral. No bitterness. It's a nice pepper. I liked it. The heat on this is hotter than the Ahi Lightning. I didn't give a rating. The Ahi Lightning, even though it's hotter than most Ahi peppers, Ahis are mild peppers, most of them. Like Ahi Delight, Ahi Fantasy, they're very mild. Amarillo. So the Ahi Lightning, I would say, if you're a chili head, maybe a 5. Okay, a lot will say it's a 4. It's not that hot. So it's a great pepper if you are a non-chili head, because you can cut just the tip of it off and still get a good idea of what that pepper is going to taste like, and you'll get a bit of an idea of what the heat's like without jumping in and committing to the entire pepper. All right, that's the advantage of just taking a sliver. You can kind of get a little bit of idea of the heat and the flavor without hurting yourself. The orange Douglah is not as hot as the chocolate or the red, but I think most people probably figured that. I would say that's going to be a 6. Oh, 7. No, it's probably going to be a 6 for most chili heads, and some will call it a 5. I don't think, some people will call it a 7 or higher. Somebody left a comment yesterday that said, all I eat is jalapenos, but I love watching this channel. I love watching you eat peppers, but I really like jalapenos. Do you think that qualifies me as a chili head? Hello? Absolutely. That's what I said. Now this is a cool pepper. This one is neat. Look at the interior of this. This is, if I go slowly like this, it won't freak the lens out, thanks to Robbie Vision. Just a beautiful interior. Isn't that neat? All right, this is gonna be fun. Here we go, a new one for me. Deathridge Death. You know, it's funny, people do that with peppers. Like, well, what can we say? We say it's hot. What's hotter? Molten. Great, we can do it. You know, and they go down the list and they think, what's the worst thing? Hell. Let's go with hell or death. It's funny that you can see the progression. But this is a great name. And it's a beautiful pepper. So the Deathridge Death, here we go. I got Still a bunch of mosquitoes in this place. Driving me crazy. I'm gonna get them though. Now, that would be a really good pod for a chili head, like a like a raging one, a moderate chili head. We'll eat that, and it'll give you a chocolate flavor without the punishing heat of like a chocolate primatale or a Naga Beast caramel. You know what I mean? It's hot, but not punishing hot. It has great flavor too. Now, there's a scale. It's like a spectrum. Like over here you have really fruity, and over here you have earthy. That was kind of like here. It wasn't fruity, really, but it was leaning towards earthy. It has kind of a nutty finish. I'll tell you what, it's a wonderful pepper. If you're kind of you're looking at chocolate pods. Chocolate pods are funny, they have an interesting burn, but sometimes they're really, they burn. This one is not so bad. Now, as I'm saying that, what's happening. That pepper has a very long delay. That's a long delay for a pepper to start getting hot. All right. So you may want to scratch all I just said about that pepper, because now that pepper is building. Interesting. I had a pockmark orange. Was it orange? I had a pockmark, I think it was an orange, with Tad. And that pepper had a 60-second delay. Unbelievable. Longest delay I've ever seen. In fact, he and I, he's not as much of he's a chili head, don't kid yourself. He is. He's a beast. You've seen him. But he was like, I get nothing. I'm like, man, I got nothing too. And a minute, 60 seconds later, it started to pick up. It was a very, very interesting pepper. But that pepper has a long delay. 30 seconds is a long delay for a pepper to heat. It really is. Now the heat. It's hotter than the orange Douglah, which I didn't think that was going to happen because it started off pretty mild. The burn is in my throat. I think it's probably peaked, but it surprised me. It's probably I don't know if I would call it a 7. No, I would, because if somebody's really into peppers, but the most they can handle is like a habanero, this is going to get your attention. So I would say it's probably, it'll toggle between a 6 and a 7. But it was an interesting flavor. It had a nutty finish. It was like on that. It was kind of leaning, kind of earthy. There were no floral notes. Very little bitter. It was a good tasting pepper. I love tasting peppers I haven't tasted before. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up because I've got a lot of work to do on this book. I'm working my tail off. So what I like, please. In the description box, or down the bottom here, one of them is going to be the lifeboat, and the other one is going to be conjured vapors. The fly, do you see it? Dean is a wonderful guy. Please go to his channel, subscribe. He's a super guy. I'm going to go over and check his numbers. I want him to be over 200. I want you guys to all go over. He's a great chili head with a tolerance. Like, I wouldn't want to go against him in a chili contest. True story. That says something. The guy has a wicked tolerance, and he's just a very, very nice guy with a great family. So please go over to Conjured Vapors and give Dean a follow. Please do that for me. All right, so over and above that, below you'll see Deathridge peppers in the description box. You'll see the lifeboat and Conjured Vapors here on the bottom. Up on top, you're going to see all the challenges I've done since this channel started. You're going to see pepperology. And every single day, not joking, every single day, someone will say, hey, I'm trying to build my tolerance. Every day it's something that I direct them to pepperology. And sometimes if I have a lot of time, I'll get the link and throw it in the answer so you don't have to go look for it. But sometimes you're going to have to go look for it. because I've been very busy. But check out Pepperology. It's for a lot of new chili heads there. Hey, I love you guys. Go subscribe to Dean. Conjured Vapors. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase Thee.